Welcome back to another Sims 4 video. Today we're starting to do a little bit of a rebuild of Britechester. So we're here on this 20 by 20 lot in the sort of town center area. This used to be a bar, but I feel like, number one, we have enough bars in game. And I want to use this in my Let's Play series, our Rags to Riches. We've just enrolled in university. We're going to Foxbury. And, you know, we're going to have keg parties in the dorm and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, I don't think we need another bar. I don't think I really used a bar. And obviously, because this Let's Play is sort of focused around doing the thrift store activities, there was a really good suggestion to actually build another thrift store for here in Britechester, which is also kind of a good lot for a university town, which I mean, it kind of makes sense in the same way that, you know, university students go into thrift stores. It's also got like they have like the poetry reading event that happens here too. So it kind of seems like it fits in. So I was like, let's do it. It's a simple store in terms of the actual architecture of it, though of course I wanted to do some rounded walls. But as you can see, they are as glitchy as ever. So pretty much just playing the game of trying to cover up the glitches as best I can. And that's just by putting another level of round flooring on it. And then it sort of covers up the weird glitches it creates. Though you can see that platform, the sort of slab level there that I've got, it doesn't really connect to the curved wall, so I put those vertical beams in. That kind of worked pretty well. They've also got some like wall signs we put up just around there. I guess it just says Thrift, maybe, in Simlish. Who knows? But yeah, it's pretty simple. Big open lot, because we are gonna want to keep doing the thrifting in our Let's Play, like, you know, making new outfits, selling them, maybe getting boba tea. We don't really do that. It is kind of a weird thing that they force you to combine it together. I don't know why they didn't just have like a thrift store lot type or a boba tea, you know, store, and then you could just put either thing in them if you wanted to. Like, I don't know why it's kind of like you're forced to have both of them on this lot. It is an unusual combination. I mean, I guess in real life I could see the stores being next door to each other, but not in the same shop. But anyway, whatever, I digress. You know, we're going to have a lot of bubble tea and a lot of thrift stores in this save, I'm sure, by the end of this Let's Play. Yeah, so just trying to make it a little bit more interesting around, you know, the roof and around the back, because we essentially just have a big square, you know. Let's try to make it a little bit more visually appealing. Also, trying to make it fit in with the world, because it's kind of like, what's the style of this world? It's like sort of brownstones, and I guess it's kind of like almost Boston inspired, maybe? That might be a bit of a stretch. Where is this world inspired from? I'm not sure, but, you know, anyway, I was trying to sort of at least have it blend in with that, although it kind of doesn't, because, you know, this is almost like an Art Deco-ish building just because of the curved walls. Other than that, it doesn't, you know, we're not leaning heavily into that aesthetic. I just wanted the rounded walls because, you know, why not? We can do it. It's fun. So yeah, I intend on actually playing with this lot in my current Let's Play. And actually, that's something I'm having a lot of fun doing lately, is just building new places for us to go and use in Let's Plays and gameplay videos. So I'm thinking I might, no promises, but I might do like a renovation of the Commons lot on the university campus. I currently have the one by Lil Simsy, the Foxbury Commons renovation that she did years ago, I guess when the expansion came out. Which was, when was that now? Like 2019? Discover University. Yeah, the end of 2019. So that is actually almost 3 years ago. So I currently still have that in my game from when we actually did the university Let's Play. It's a great lot. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But because I am having fun, you know, doing my own spin on certain things, maybe that's something we could look into, especially if you guys are interested. You know, we did a little renovation of the dorm as well, which was actually in the Let's Play episode. And if you guys want that, I can upload that to the gallery. It was a really basic one, though. I didn't do a huge amount on it there. But yeah, so I just really wanted this lot to, you know, number one, feel like a part of the world, and number two, actually be something we're going to use. And now trying to make this sort of fit in, but also feel a little bit almost strip mall in a way. It's a bit of a challenge because this world doesn't really lend itself to having a commercial shop front in this, especially in this particular spot, but there's not really any other lot that kind of worked well for this in the world. Like I did have a look in a couple of the university campuses. They didn't make a huge amount of sense because their spare lots in the campuses are like the university housing, which of course we could change to something else, but it doesn't really fit in with the surrounding area. So we kind of had to go on this lot and build the shop here. But I think in the end, I'm really happy with how it turns out. I think it looks, you know, pretty dang good. Like I especially love the interior. The interior was really, really fun to do. I did spend a long time trying to figure out windows and doors. One thing I noticed is those doors that I'm using from high school years don't actually match the height of the windows, I think, from high school years, right? Yeah, well, these ones I'm using now from high school years, and obviously the other ones are just free place, so that's fine. But you know, like the full height windows don't line up with those doors, which is kind of annoying because I wanted like some shop front windows or something there. But anyway, so I use the smaller windows just so we could place them where I wanted to, and I think that worked in the end. I was pretty happy with that. Yeah, so that little rounded tower that we have there, it's purely decorative. There's nothing in it. I just, again, thought it looked cool. Now, this other, like, sort of, I guess, brick pylon kind of thing on the corner, I thought it'd be great for, like, billboards and advertising. But, you know, all the billboards kind of don't, they're too big. So I was like, oh, I'll size this one down. But then the actual, you know, billboard posters didn't fit into it. So I had a lot of messing about just trying to see if I could fit stuff. And I was like, okay, well, let's get in the actual like Depop thrift store mural that is in the other world in Copperdale. So I was like, let's get that in here. Then I was like, oh, maybe we should play around with like huge murals. And I was like, okay, maybe this is going a little too far. So I sort of toned it back and we just did, I think just the Depop mural in the end, which I think looks pretty good. Now, moving inside, again, I wanted this to feel like a sort of older building, like maybe it was just an empty old store and it's been turned into thrift and bubble tea. So, you know, we've got the old floorboards in here and we've got the bubble tea at the back there, and we're going to have like a little bit of a dining area, and then the thrift store is over on the other side. I'm kind of just pulling out all the items at the moment to figure out what I actually need and, you know, how it's all going to fit in. Now, I also wanted this to be a little bit colorful. Like I really wanted this interior of this store to be a little bit fun. Even with the lighting as well, we get a few like sort of neon styled lights and all that kind of stuff, just because I wanted it to be a little bit more interesting going in here than just a boring, bland store. So this should be pretty colorful and it's pretty fun. And I really like the little stage area that I'm going to build in a little while. Oh yeah, I wanted this bathroom to feel old too. Like, yeah, it's colorful, but it's old. It's quite old. That sink, little mirror, that toilet as well. It's, you know, it's not brand new by any means. It's an older building, and I think that totally works. So yeah, we got the bubble tea at the back here, and then I do a few, because you need like dining tables and all that kind of stuff in this build as well. So I was like, okay, let's get a few little dining areas here, and then this is also where I was like, okay, let's go pretty colorful on this. I was like, get all the different colors of the dining tables. I'm gonna find some chairs that go with it. Well, get the colors going on those. To sort of match with the dining tables. Now, the ones that came, obviously, in high school years, I guess those chairs are supposed to go with it. I didn't actually like them. I actually swapped them out for originally these chairs, and then I think I swapped the chairs again to maybe is it the Cool Kitchen ones I use in the end? Just because I go for a third color, and I don't think the third color matched too well, so I was trying to work all that out and how it was going to fit in. Yeah, so that's all sitting back here, and I was trying to orient the tables and the chairs facing towards the front of the store, because that's why we're going to have like a little stage where the microphone goes, because you're required to have a microphone, because there's like the poetry reading, and then I don't know if there's any other events that use the microphone. There's like the fashion show and stuff. It is just such a random combination of lot. Bubble tea, thrift store, and then they do like poetry readings and fashion shows here. It's just, I'm not really sure. I mean, look, it's a very weird combination, but I do think it lends itself to some good potential gameplay opportunities for us in our Let's Play. I think we're going to have to come here. We're going to have to read some crappy poetry and get booed off stage. I think we're going to have to try to do that and see what happens. That's what we're going to end up doing for sure. So I put a couple of the thrifting racks in this sort of curved area, which you might notice actually has like that sort of 90-degree wall on the side there with archways, because the circle sitting on the roof, for some reason, the way the floor cuts it out, makes it have outdoor lighting because there's like little holes in the roof where the circle meets the rest of the floor up top. So yeah, just a little bit of a bug with the, the curved walls. So basically I just sectioned it off and put archways there. That's why that's there if you're wondering. Just doing a couple of little change rooms here. Much inspired again by the original lot because that was such a fantastic idea. I love that. So just little rooms with mirrors in it. And I love those doors as well that came in high school years that have all those details on them. It's so fun for this store. And yeah, so we've got a few of the thrifting racks around inside. And then I think I did a similar thing like the original thrift store build in Copperdale, which again, fantastic lot. I really, really love that one, especially how they put all the stuff on the diagonal. I believe it was originally by Miss Griffey, that lot. And I've just honestly taken so much inspiration from that in this thrift store build and my last thrift store build. So can't thank them enough for the inspiration. But yeah, just putting the stuff on a diagonal, I think makes such a big difference. It feels like way more organic, and also like the things have just been placed into this room, ready to sell. You know, they come in quick, they put them out quick, and sell them, you know, as basically as fast as possible. And you can see now with the lighting that we're doing, oh, I had so much fun with this huge light from the Decor to the Max kit, I believe it was. And we've got the neon lights from Moschino. We're gonna put in one of the little lava lamps as well from Strangerville. And then I did like the colored stage lights as well. Like I just wanted this to feel really kind of funky and a little bit fun. Something just a little bit interesting to visit with my sim other than just a brightly lit room, which is what I mostly do. So doing this and having that little differentiating factor there was a lot of fun. So the little sort of stage area, I did want that to be lit up pretty well. So I was trying to figure out how we could fit in some stage lights. Thankfully, we've got a lot of options from all the different packs that we've had, like Get Famous, and I think also from Moschino. Did they come in? I think some sort of the LED lights for videos and stuff. So I used one of those in the corner. And then we've got the little stage, little stool to sit on. I think that's so classic, though obviously they don't sit on the stool while using the microphone. Though I guess we'll probably see some Sims just wandering up on stage and sitting on that for a bit of fun, won't we? Now we're moving into some more of the finishing touches and a little bit of details to make everything, you know, come together, you know, namely, I guess, the second bathroom. I think I was originally thinking of doing one of these little rooms as like the changing rooms, but then obviously I built the dedicated like changing rooms. So I was like, let's just have a second bathroom over here. One thing that is skipped out here, I actually adjusted the little stage size because where the bathroom is and the light, it all kind of looked a bit weird. So I actually made the stage a little bit bigger, but we'll see that. We'll jump into like a little tour of the lot in a moment. So we'll see it there. And then a little bit more detail on the roof there. I was like, let's get like an aircon unit, little vent, you know, that kind of stuff. Because obviously we've got like the bubble tea space, so maybe that'd have like an air vent somewhere. Then around the side, I figured like, why don't we make this more usable? I guess in some sense, you know, I do a chess table. Like, I don't know if I'm really going to use that. Also, actually, yeah, that I did do was the mural painting section from City Living. So you could come here and paint a mural. Oh, yeah, I totally forgot I did this. I was like really wanting to make this lot more functional. So I also put in the debate podium, from Discover University, which obviously makes sense in this world. So you could come here, have a debate, have some slam poetry on the thrift store lot. I actually think that will be kind of useful. I think that'll be fun if we could do a little debate session here and then finish it off with some poetry. All right, so here we are in game. This is the lot. I mean, like I said, it doesn't totally fit in with the world, but to be honest, I actually don't mind. I mean, I guess we could have built decorative empty levels on top to make it like taller, but then it kind of felt out of place. I was also originally thinking of building something like that, but I kind of think that also doesn't look that great. So in the end, I just built what I wanted to build and I'm gonna have fun with it. I figured that's all that mattered. So here it is. We've got the weird lighting glitch there on the top because we use curved walls, of course. Oh yeah, here's the little holes that make the downstairs outside for some reason. Just curved walls for you. Great stuff. But yeah, the outside, had a little bit of fun. We've got dumps around the back at that sort of side door, which goes to the bubble tea area. That's where that mural is. I also did my best to sort of match the flooring. Obviously, it's not the same because we don't have this flooring. But I mean, that's pretty close, to be honest. And like, zooming out, I feel like it does blend in pretty well, like the flooring anyway. Like it's, again, not exact, but yeah, I feel like it's close enough. Yeah, so around the front of the store here, we got this sort of little bump out areas, a couple of doors, Nice sign. There's a mural and the chess table. Sorry, I'm kind of in the way. And the chess table just there. All right, moving inside. This was a lot of fun. I think this turned out so well. You know, it's essentially just one big room, but I think it's great. I think it's so cool. We got, you know, I also purposely did like a low ceiling, which I guess might make it feel a bit cramped, but that's also kind of the point. Like it is like a sort of cramped old building. It's a thrift store. It's filled with as much stuff as they can possibly get in here. And I really love like the thrift area with all this stuff sort of stacked up in the middle on the diagonals. We got the changing rooms there with those awesome doors with the lights around it. The thrift rack there, like crazy lighting on the wall. Just had so much fun with it. Then of course we got the sort of boba area, a couple of dining areas there. And that's where our sort of stage and platform is. So I made it a little bit wider here. I think it originally cut off here, but I made it wider so the door was on it. And then that leads into the bathroom just in there. This is our little, I guess, comedy, poetry, debate platform. I liked the little red curtain there. It kind of felt like almost like a little bit of a comedy club, just covering that front window. And then, yeah, we got the other bathroom around the back just in there. And again, the little 2 change rooms just there in behind those doors. And that's pretty much the build. You know, it's not too big. It's not too crazy. To be honest, I spent like 1.5 to 2 weeks on that massive multi-million-dollar Sims 4 mansion I built in the last video. So, you know, this was a nice change of pace to do a smaller build. But yeah, we're going to be checking this out in my Let's Play. So make sure to tune into that. We'll be visiting this, doing some sweet jokes, reading some awful poetry, and I guess also thrifting, you know, is kind of the point of this, where we'll come and make our outfits and make millions of simoleons. So if you want to check this out, I'll link the download for this below. Otherwise, you can find it in my gallery, James Turner YT, all one word. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and have an awesome day.